In a small, picturesque village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a man named Arjun. Arjun was a kind-hearted farmer who spent his days tending to his crops and livestock. Despite his hard work, life was not always easy for him. The village faced frequent droughts, and the threat of wild animals loomed large. But Arjun had a loyal companion who made his struggles a little easier, a brave and intelligent dog named Max. Max was no ordinary dog. He was a large golden retriever with a coat that shimmered in the sunlight and eyes that seemed to understand every word Arjun spoke. Max had been with Arjun since he was a puppy, and over the years the bond between them had grown unbreakable. Max was not just a pet, he was Arjun's best friend, his protector, and his confidant. One summer the village was hit by a severe drought. The crops withered, the rivers dried up, and the villagers struggled to find water. Arjun's farm was on the brink of ruin, and he was desperate to save it. One evening, as Arjun sat under the shade of a tree, feeling hopeless, Max approached him with a stick in his mouth. He dropped the stick at Arjun's feet and barked excitedly. Arjun, puzzled by Max's behavior, picked up the stick and noticed something unusual. The stick was damp, as if it had been dipped in water. Max barked again and started running toward the forest. Arjun, sensing that Max had found something important, followed him. Max led Arjun deep into the forest, where they stumbled upon a hidden spring. The water was clear and abundant, and it flowed steadily. Arjun couldn't believe his eyes. He quickly returned to the village and gathered the other farmers. Together, they dug a channel to bring the water from the spring to their fields. Thanks to Max's discovery, the village was saved from the drought, and Arjun's farm flourished once again. Years passed and Max grew older. His once shiny coat became dull, and his steps slowed down. But his loyalty to Arjun never wavered. One winter night, a fierce storm hit the village. The winds howled and the rain poured relentlessly. Arjun and Max were inside their cozy little house, safe from the storm. But in the middle of the night, Arjun was awakened by Max's frantic barking. Arjun rushed to the door and saw that the river near his farm had overflowed, and the water was rising rapidly. He knew he had to act quickly to save his livestock. He grabbed a flashlight and ran outside, with Max following closely behind. As Arjun struggled to lead his animals to higher ground, he slipped on the wet mud and fell into the raging water. The current was strong, and Arjun was being swept away. He called out for help, but his voice was drowned out by the storm. Just when he thought all was lost, he felt something grab his arm. It was Max. Despite his age and the freezing cold water, Max had jumped in to save Arjun. With all his strength, Max pulled Arjun to the shore. Exhausted and shivering, Arjun collapsed on the ground, with Max lying beside him, panting heavily. The next morning the storm had passed, and the sun shone brightly. Arjun and Max were safe, but Max was weak and unwell. Arjun knew that Max had risked his life to save him, and he was determined to do everything he could to help his loyal friend. Arjun carried Max to the village veterinarian, who examined him and said that Max had suffered from hypothermia and exhaustion. The vet advised Arjun to keep Max warm and give him plenty of rest. Arjun followed the vet's instructions diligently. He stayed by Max's side day and night, feeding him, comforting him, and nursing him back to health. Weeks passed, and Max slowly regained his strength. His coat began to shine again, and his eyes sparkled with life. Arjun was overjoyed to see his best friend recovering. He knew that he owed his life to Max, and he was grateful for the bond they shared. From that day on, Arjun and Max were inseparable. They continued to face life's challenges together, knowing that as long as they had each other, they could overcome anything. Their story became a legend in the village, a testament to the unbreakable bond between a man and his dog.